Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our MESAD Bulletin, and we shall start with our headlines. Bombing kills at least 30 outside Yemen military camp. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry meets Saudi King Salman. And moving on to our details, starting with Sanaa's crisis. A suspected suicide bomber blew himself up outside a military camp in the southern Yemeni city of Aden on Sunday morning, killing at least 30 soldiers. Yemeni officials said that preliminary investigations showed the blast was the work of a bomber wearing an explosive vest. They added that at least 50 people were injured in the attack that took place as soldiers lined up to collect their salaries. It's worth mentioning that the camp where the explosion took place in the same military base that was struck by another suicide bomber on the 10th of December, killing 57 soldiers. On to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry has met with Saudi King Salman in what likely will be his last visit as America's top diplomat. Kerry met with the king and other royalty on Sunday at a palace in the Saudi capital, Riyadh. The state-run Saudi press agency said the two discussed regional issues. From another aspect, Yemen's war began when Shiite rebels and their allies seized Yemen's capital Sana'a in September 2014. On to illegal immigration profile, authorities in Croatia say 42 migrants have been hospitalized after several dozen, including children, were found packed in a van traveling through the country. Emergency doctors said on Sunday most were suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning and some were unconscious, but their condition has improved. From another perspective, Croatia's state TV said a total of 62 people, including children, were in the van when it was stopped late Saturday by traffic police on a road near the town of Novaska by the Bosnian border. Moreover, authorities said all the migrants were male from Afghanistan and Pakistan and smuggled illegally into the country. On the other side of the world, Polish President Andrzej Duda was meeting separately with opposition party leaders on Sunday as he tried to help solve a political crisis, while anti-government protests were planned for the third straight day. Political tension is rising between Poland's conservative government and the pro-EU opposition over the ruling party's plan to restrict journalists' access to lawmakers in parliament. Duda, aligned with the ruling party, expressed deep concern and has offered to mediate. On Sunday, the president's spokesman said that a number of meetings were planned throughout the day, also with the head of the ruling party. On another side, China says its military seized the U.S. Navy unmanned underwater glider in the South China Sea, but it will give the drone back. Chinese Defense Ministry spokesman issued a statement late Saturday saying that a Chinese Navy lifeboat discovered an unknown device in the South China Sea on Thursday. It added that China decided to transfer it to the U.S. through appropriate means. On the other hand, U.S. officials confirmed that they secured an understanding for the return of the device. Meanwhile, President-elect Donald Trump said the Chinese government should be told, "We don't want the drone they stole back and let them keep it." In Beijing, a smog-shrouded Chinese city cancelled airline flights on Sunday due to poor visibility, and parents took children to hospitals on the second day of a pollution alert across the country's north. The official Xinhua news agency said 35 flights in Tianjin, east of Beijing, were delayed or cancelled. Highways into the city of 7.5 million people were closed due to extremely low visibility. Beijing and 22 other Chinese cities imposed emergency measures on Saturday after pollution soared to more than 10 times safe levels. The alert lasts through Wednesday. Moreover, the National Meteorological Center said pollution in densely populated swathes was likely to worsen on Monday. Meanwhile, an Indonesian military transport plane crashed in bad weather on Sunday in the country's easternmost province of Papua, killing all 13 people on board. The Hercules C-130 plane was carrying 12 tons of food supplies and cement from Timika to Wamena, a distance of about 200 kilometers, when it crashed just minutes before its scheduled landing, according to the Air Force Chief of Staff. He added that the plane was carrying 3 pilots and 10 other personnel, while Deputy Air Force Chief said that bad weather and low clouds in Wamena were believed to be factors in the crash. And moving on to our sports news, Lara Gut bounced back in style from 2 miserable performances to win a World Cup Super G race on Sunday for her 3rd victory of the season and 21st career win. The defending World Cup overall champion had failed to finish Friday's Alpine combined race and Saturday's downhill. But Gut made no mistake this time, powering down the Aurelia Killy course to beat Liechtenstein skier Tina Wirather by 13 seconds and Italian Elena Curtoni by more than 1 second. Gut is now 5 points behind Michaela Schifrin heading into Tuesday's GS in the nearby Alpine resort of Courchevel. Finally, weather news. Temperatures in the nation's midsection and on the east coast are warming up after a bitterly cold last few days. The National Weather Service said a warm front passing through the region on Sunday is pushing temperatures into the mid to upper 40s in New York. Meteorologists also said the last few days have been more than 10 degrees below normal for this time of year. From another aspect, snow and freezing rain spawned a multitude of highway accidents, some serious. At least 9 deaths were blamed on the slick roads. Moreover, winter weather advisories were posted from Denver to Bangor, Maine. And before ending our news, let's take another look at the most important headlines for today. Bombing kills at least 30 outside Yemen military camp. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry meets Saudi King Salman. And we reach the end of our NewsHead Bulletin for today. Thank you for joining us.